Shirley Temple's children, where are they now? Shirley Temple had 3 careers in her life. She spent most of her childhood on film sets. Her screen popularity declined when she reached adolescence. At 12 years old, she had to readjust her life. This included going to school in Los Angeles. She retired from acting at 22, but she returned to the industry 8 years later. But her most important job was motherhood. Temple had 3 kids from 2 marriages. She met her first husband, John Agar, in 1943. He was a physical training instructor of the Army Air Corps. They tied the knot on September 19, 1945. They had a daughter, Linda Susan, on January 30, 1948. Temple divorced Agar in 1949. She was granted custody of Linda Susan. Linda had a brief acting stint during her youth. She has 2 roles. In the Shirley Temple storybook, Linda decided to live her life off the spotlight, but she never backed down from talking about Temple, about their relationship. Linda said,
"Being a wife and mom is the greatest of her achievements. We were shopping and travel buddies. We went many places together. She was one of my very best friends."
Linda has a daughter, Teresa Caltabiano. Teresa has a daughter of her own. Temple got to meet her great-granddaughter in her lifetime. Soon after her divorce, Temple met Charles Alden Black. He was a Navy intelligence officer. Temple and Alden got married on December 16, 1950. The two were together until he died in 2005. They had 2 children together. Charles Alden Black Jr. was born on April 28, 1952. He said he didn't even notice that Temple was a star.
"The only time I noticed her star quality was when someone else would ask for her autograph. She was an amazing person. She was wonderful and normal. We had dinner at the table every night, all together."
Like Linda, Charles was in the Shirley Temple storybook. Charles studied at Santa Clara University. He now works in real estate in California. Temple's 3rd child, Lori Black, was born on April 9, 1954. Lori lived most of her life in the spotlight. She worked in the music industry in her youth. Lori was the bassist for the band Melvins. She dated the band's frontman, Buzz Osborne. Temple was heavily involved in her daughter's band. She became a mother figure to Lori's bandmates. She regularly hosted the Melvins and tap danced for them. Lori had a hard time being the only woman in the band. In 1991, she was reportedly kicked out due to addiction. At age 39, she pleaded guilty to drug possession. She was sentenced to 2 years of probation. Lori eventually got sober. Temple helped her get into a rehab program. Many believe she saved her daughter's life. Now Lori lives a quiet life working as a photographer. Temple died in 2014 at the age of 85 from a lung disease. It was brought about by her lifelong smoking habit. Linda said about her,
"She was devoted and generous, and she could be a little stern if we didn't behave. But she was also a lot of fun, very inventive and imaginative. She was all about her children and her husband.